Welcome to the Retirementality channel. Since you're new here, I just want to quickly tell you a little bit about who I am, what this channel is about, what I talk about, and what I don't talk about. That way you can quickly and easily decide if this is a channel you want to subscribe to and come on the journey with me. Okay, who am I? My name is Jeff. I'm 48 years old. I currently live in the Virgin Islands on this beautiful Caribbean island. I've worked in sales. I've owned a mortgage company. I'm a real estate agent. I own 7 rental properties. I own 6 properties in Florida, and I own 1 in Puerto Rico. So I'm an active real estate investor. I've already hit financial independence, and I talk about the FIRE movement on the channel. I'll get more into that in a minute, but I changed the acronym of FIRE. I also went broke in 2008 when the real estate market crashed. I owned my mortgage company at that time. I was living in Montana. I had 3 rental properties. The mortgage company wasn't making any money. The houses weren't worth what I owed on them. And basically my whole house of cards tumbled down, went broke, lost everything. Bank repossessed all my properties. And I had to start over and do this again. After I lost everything, I moved to South Carolina. Then I met a girl. We moved to Florida together. She had saved up $30,000 from a period of time where she lived in Africa, and she was teaching in Africa, and they paid for all of her expenses. So she managed to save up 30 grand. And we took her 30 grand and we've built it up to almost a $3 million real estate portfolio. It took me about 5 years of investing in real estate to reach financial independence. So what do I talk about? I talk about real estate investing, obviously. I talk about how you can retire early. I talk about how you can retire early with real estate. I talk about some tips and techniques for buying and owning short-term rental properties, for long-term rental properties. I talk about how to self-manage your rental properties. I do it from the Virgin Islands, and the bulk of my properties in Florida. I talk about how I do that. I talk about sort of the mindset around retiring early and how much money you need to retire early and how to calculate that. I talk about specifically buying properties in Puerto Rico. I've got a lot of interest in my house that I bought in Puerto Rico. I've got a video series where I take you through the whole remodel process. So I do talk about buying properties in Puerto Rico. And I'm starting to get more questions about buying properties in Florida. So I'm going to get more into buying properties in Florida and maybe do a few more property tours of things maybe for sale in Florida. So if you're interested in buying property in Florida, buying property in Puerto Rico, buying property in general, owning short-term rentals, owning long-term rentals, retiring early, heeding financial independence, we cover all of that and more here on this channel. What we don't do is I don't do clickbait. I don't talk about things I haven't already done. So I know a lot of people follow these gurus that talk about these concepts that they retiring early and FIRE and all these things, and they haven't actually done them. They might be on the journey there. I've already done all these things. I can tell you the mistakes that I've made. I don't do doom and gloom videos. I don't tell you the market's going to crash if I don't think it's going to crash, which I don't think it's going to crash. So I'm slowly building this channel because I just tell you what I've done, and hopefully it helps people to, better their lives and be able to reach financial independence themselves. So that's what I talk about. We're getting about 120 new subscribers every month. I've almost put out 150 videos. So I'm building up a pretty good library of content for you guys. So if that's interesting, hit the subscribe button down there and come on the journey with me, and we'll make more of these videos.